Hi everybody and welcome back to Miss Zeworth's Kindergarten Classroom. Today we are going to do some science and we're going to learn about moon phases. So, part of our science stuff that we are doing in school is to learn about the moon. So, some fun facts is that there's 8 phases of the moon. And also, it goes around our Earth. So say this is the Earth and this is the moon. So the moon goes around the Earth, and it takes 1 whole month for the moon to go around the whole entire Earth. So that also creates the 8 phases of our moon. So our first phase is a new moon. So that is when the moon, when you look up into the sky at nighttime and you're like, there's no moon. It really is there. It's just completely dark. It's hidden from the shadow, so you cannot really see it. You might see an outline of the moon outside, but you really don't see much of it. And then our second phase is the crescent moon. So you can see a little sliver of the moon. So sometimes when you look up and you're like, oh, there's a little tiny bit of the moon. That is called the crescent moon. And then it moves on to the third one, which is called the quarter moon, which is when you see half of the moon. So that is the quarter moon because the other half is hidden by the shadow of the Earth. And then our fourth phase is called the gibbous moon. And that is when most of the moon is covered again and you still see a little sliver on the side. And then our fifth phase is the full moon. And that's when you can see the whole entire moon. And that is when it's big and bright and you can really see and the sky's nice and lit up. And then it moves towards going back to a gibbous moon where you can see most of the moon except for a little slice of it. And it looks like it's almost completely full, but it's really not. It's still missing a little slice. So this phase, you kind of think, oh, it's a full moon still. But nope, it's because it's got a little bit cut off from it. Then we move on to our 7th phase, and that's called the quarter moon again. And that's when you see the quarter, but it's on the opposite side of what you saw before. And then our final phase is the crescent moon again, except it's where most of the moon is covered again, and you see a little sliver. So it's they kind of move throughout, and you'll see parts of the moon. But there's 8 phases of the moon that we go through, and then the moon orbits around the Earth, and that's how we see parts of the moon. So if you take your hands and you do this and you move it, you don't see this part. Like if I'm looking, I see this part, and you don't see the part I see. So it moves in whatever side. So if you live over here, you are only going to see this part of the moon. But as the moon moves, you're only going to see part of the moon, and then these people are seeing something different. So wherever you live on the Earth, you might see a different moon at different times compared to someone else. So it's super cool and really interesting. So I know that was really fast. So somebody tell me, how many phases of the moon is there? 8 phases. Good. What is the phase where it's all closed? You don't really see the moon at all. What is that called? The new moon. Good. What is it called when you see the big bright moon? What is that called? The full moon. Good. What is it called when you only see half of the moon? The what? Quarter moon. Good. And when you see a little sliver, what is that called? The crescent moon or the gibbous moon. It depends on which side it's on. Yes, good job, guys. So super quick little science thing, gonna be super fast. Your homework for this video is to watch the video, and then I want you tonight to go outside and see what phase of the moon you can see. So go out, write it down, comment below and tell me what phase of the moon you saw. Super exciting. So get looking at that moon and see if you could see it changing while we're on our e-learning. Let's see how many times we've seen the moon change throughout this whole e-learning. All right, well, I hope you all have a really nice rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.